In a quaint village, nestled amidst the gentle undulations of rolling hills, there lived a community of spirited young students. Under the wise and revered guidance of a venerable master, these eager boys were on a journey not only to grasp the intricacies of wisdom, but also to unravel the mysteries of virtue. The boys, with hearts as open as the vast sky above them, gathered beneath the branches of a majestic old tree. It was beneath this ancient canopy that their inquisitive minds sought to fathom the qualities and actions that warranted no respect. Among these youngsters was a lad named Lisa, whose voice echoed the collective yearning for knowledge. "Master," he spoke, his words carrying the collective curiosity of the group, "we have imbibed the teachings on virtues that render a person wise and virtuous. But can you, in your boundless wisdom, illuminate the path for us regarding the qualities and actions that deserve no respect? Those facets that we should diligently avoid?" The master, with a countenance as serene as the mirrored surface of a tranquil lake, nodded approvingly. He began to share his wisdom, an ancient stream flowing from the wellspring of his experiences. "Respecting someone," the master commenced, his words a gentle river winding through the valleys of understanding, "is not only about acknowledging their positive qualities and virtues, but equally about discerning what should not be revered. Let me, therefore, illuminate you on the 10 qualities or actions that should not command your respect." The first quality that unfurls its banner on the battlefield of disrespect is arrogance. The master, with the flair of a storyteller, painted a vivid picture of arrogant individuals. They, he explained, carry themselves as if they are perched upon an invisible throne, anointed with an inflated sense of self-importance. This self-declared superiority blinds them to the valuable lessons that life and their peers could impart. The master spun tales of how this sense of superiority acts as a dense fog, obscuring the horizon of knowledge and hindering personal growth. The narrative meandered through the valleys of isolation, depicting how arrogance, like an impenetrable fortress, creates distance between individuals. The air of superiority that accompanies arrogance, he warned, makes it challenging for others to connect or relate to such individuals. The isolation that ensues, akin to an untrodden path in the woods, prevents the arrogant from experiencing the diverse perspectives that life and companionship can offer. The master wove a tapestry where humility emerged as the antidote to arrogance. True wisdom, he emphasized, blossoms in the soil of an open and humble heart, receptive to the teachings that each moment and interaction can offer. The second chapter of disrespect unfolded with the brushstrokes of dishonesty. Dishonesty, the master articulated, is like a chisel that slowly chips away at the sturdy pillars of trust. With a deft hand, he painted a canvas where individuals, entangled in a web of untruths, find their relationships fraying at the seams. The consequences of dishonesty, he underscored, are not confined to the individual, but ripple across the broader canvas of the community and society. A culture of deceit and dishonesty, like an invasive vine, makes it arduous for people to work together effectively. The narrative traversed through the landscapes of misunderstandings, conflicts, and a general lack of cooperation in a society where honesty is sacrificed at the altar of self-interest. As the master unraveled the threads of dishonesty, the boys found themselves entwined in a tale that spoke not only of personal integrity, but also of the collective fabric that binds communities together. Selfishness, the third quality to be unveiled, emerged as a behemoth blocking the path to respect. The master guided the boys through the dense thickets of self-centered behavior, where individuals, with an unwavering focus on their desires, inadvertently trample the delicate blooms of harmony in their communities. The master painted portraits of scenarios where selfishness manifested in various forms, from a refusal to share to an insistence on having things one's own way. The consequences, he stressed, were not confined to personal relationships, but permeated the community, creating a dissonant symphony of disharmony. In this landscape, the master emphasized the importance of prioritizing collective well-being over individual desires. The boys, with minds as receptive as a fertile field, understood that the path to virtue required a conscious rejection of the siren call of selfishness. The fourth chapter, painted with the brushstrokes of cruelty, unfolded as the master delved into the darker corners of human behavior. Cruelty, he explained, is the deliberate infliction of harm upon others, leaving scars that run deep, physical, emotional, and psychological. The master, with the precision of a surgeon, dissected the concept of compassion and empathy, virtues that deserve the utmost respect. These, he elucidated, reflect an individual's capacity to understand and share the feelings of others, fostering connections and bonds that withstand the test of time. Cruelty, in its stark contrast, stood as a malevolent force, a discordant note in the symphony of virtue. Deliberate acts of inflicting pain, whether physical, emotional, or psychological, the master contended, were not only morally wrong but ethically unacceptable. In the pursuit of wisdom and virtue, it was vital to recognize that cruelty had no place in a virtuous heart or a wise mind. As the narrative unfolded, the boys found themselves navigating through landscapes where kindness, empathy, and compassion bloomed as vibrant flowers. The master, with each word, nurtured the understanding that the journey towards virtue required rejecting the shadows of cruelty. The tale of disrespect continued with the 5th chapter, where laziness emerged as a formidable adversary to respect. The master, with the strokes of a storyteller, painted a landscape where individuals, with a reluctance to exert themselves, inadvertently stifled the blooming potential of their abilities. Respect, the master asserted, was a precious sentiment to be reserved for those who consistently and diligently put in the effort. He illuminated the difference between a momentary desire to relax or take a break and the ongoing habit of neglecting one's duties and ambitions. Laziness, the master explained, was not a fleeting desire for reprieve, but a consistent avoidance of work and responsibility. The boys, with minds delving into the complexities of this lesson, recognized that respect was not a frivolous offering, but a discerning acknowledgement of virtues, efforts, and contributions. As the master guided them through the landscapes of diligence and commitment, the boys understood that respect was a currency earned through persistent endeavors rather than a fleeting gift. The 6th chapter, unfolding like a scroll, explored the territories of close-mindedness. The master, like a seasoned navigator charting the waters of wisdom, guided the boys through the treacherous currents of close-mindedness. He explained how close-minded individuals erected mental barriers, impeding the free exchange of knowledge and stifling the exploration of diverse thoughts. Open-mindedness, he contrasted, emerged as a virtue that promoted understanding, creativity, and unity. The master emphasized how open-mindedness facilitated constructive discussions, effective problem-solving, and adaptability to changing circumstances. The boys, their minds expanding like a vast horizon, grasped the significance of embracing diverse perspectives to foster personal and collective growth. The tale of disrespect, now weaving threads of open-mindedness, taught them that the path to virtue required tearing down the walls of close-mindedness. Envy, the 7th chapter that unfolded, was painted with hues of a deeply ingrained emotion that could cast a shadow over even the brightest of days. The master, with a discerning eye, guided the boys through the labyrinth of envy, explaining how it manifested as bitterness or discontent towards the successes, possessions, or advantages of others. Envy, he elaborated, often arises when individuals compare themselves to others and find themselves lacking in some way. It is a painful emotion that not only makes one resent someone else's good fortune, but also robs one of their joy and contentment. The master, like a beacon in the darkness, guided the boys through the negative consequences of allowing envy to fester. It strained relationships, as envy often made individuals act in unkind or unsupportive ways. It undermined self-esteem and confidence, as constantly measuring oneself against others could breed feelings of inadequacy. Envy, the master cautioned, could be a significant barrier to personal development and growth. It distracted individuals from their own goals and aspirations, as they became too preoccupied with what others had achieved. Instead of using others' success as motivation, envy could turn it into a source of frustration and self-doubt. In essence, respecting envy meant recognizing its toxic nature and making a conscious effort to steer clear of it. Instead of allowing envy to control thoughts and actions, the master urged the boys to channel their energy into self-improvement, setting personal goals, and celebrating the successes of others without resentment. As the tale unfolded, the boys found themselves navigating through landscapes where self-improvement and genuine celebration replaced the shadows of envy. The master's words, like a compass, guided them towards a path of positive and fulfilling living, devoid of the negativity that envy could bring. With each unfolding chapter, the master's teachings resonated with the boys, leaving an indelible mark on their understanding of virtue. The story, now a tapestry rich in wisdom, had transformed into a guiding light for the young minds. As the boys absorbed the master's teachings, a profound shift occurred in their understanding. They found that by not respecting these negative qualities, they created space for personal growth, compassion, and understanding. Their bonds with one another deepened, and they felt a renewed sense of purpose. The teachings of the Venerable Master continued to inspire the students, guiding them on the path of virtue and enlightenment. The students, like eager travelers, continued their journey with hearts lighter and minds clearer. They had become stewards of wisdom, carrying the torch of enlightenment into the world. As the sun set on another day in the village, the master's teachings lingered in the air, echoing through the hills and valleys. The community, now enriched with the wisdom of the master, thrived in harmony, each individual contributing to the collective well-being. And so, the tale of the Venerable Master and his students became a legend in the village. A story passed down through generations, a beacon of light illuminating the path to virtue and enlightenment. The master's legacy lived on, a testament to the transformative power of wisdom and the enduring impact of a guiding hand on the journey of life.